Hey guys, so Sephora VIB sale haul. This looks really weird. I'm like looking at my hair, I'm like, why is it doing this? Anyway, first off, I got the Shiseido facial cottons. You have 165 sheets. This is like everyone's holy grail product. And I, for the life of me, was just like, how amazing can it be? They're so good. I will only be buying these from now on. I feel like once you use these, you start comparing every other one you used before. These are, it's not that I haven't used a gentle facial cotton before, but these, they also have like a thickness to them. I feel like a lot of the more gentle ones I've used are thinner and these are thicker. And I don't know. The only thing is like, I don't know how to store these, so I just kind of keep them in here, but I'm sure it's gonna become more difficult as time goes on. But they're just like a flat cotton and there's like tons of layers. You can just use and peel off any layer, and these don't leave any weird cottony, like, you know, weird on you. So I think these would be really great for men too, because facial hair, sometimes when guys use cleansing type products on their face, I find that when they use these, they get it all over because of facial hair, you know, a little cotton here, there, and like, you know, remnants. But this, I think, would do a really good job of not doing that. I've used other ones like that, but these are like just more soft, they're more gentle, they're more pullable, malleable, whatever you want to call it. These are fantastic. I got the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray Duo. So you get 2 of these for $39. Now, I think I'm just gonna give you guys the prices in before the 20% off. It's just easier, so you can just assume it's cheaper than what I'm talking about. I already pulled one out. These are so good. I really do feel like over, say, like a primer, something like this extends my makeup better. This is just like a personal preference. Everyone finds different things that extend their makeup longer. I tend to wear powders for the look and to set the makeup so that any kind of liquid or cream doesn't move, but I feel like this actually extends the overall wear of all of my makeup. So I'm a big fan of this. Also, the way the spray comes out is a very fine, I don't know how, it's like fine and thick at the same time, in the way that like it's a fine mist, but it covers a lot, which is really nice. So I can probably do like 2 to 3 spritz and feel pretty comfortable about having the makeup last the whole day. I picked up the Cover FX Clear Cover Invisible Sunscreen Broad Spectrum 30. I know I talk about SPF every so often. I just don't repeat discussions on any particular product because I just can't find one that like that I want to use. So I've tried a few. I'm sure you remember me talking about them, but this, hopefully this will be the one, because a lot of people love this and enjoy this. And my thing is like, I could never find something that I really prefer under makeup. So if I don't like the way my makeup looks, it's like I'm almost sacrificing the sunscreen so that my makeup looks good, or that all the makeup that I use on a typical basis stays on the way I like it or looks the way I want it to. Like the finish of the skin is how I like it. So I did pick up the Peter Thomas Roth 3% Retinoid Plus High Potency Retinoid Serum. I have been waiting pretty much the entire year to pick this up because first of all, it's $82. Second of all, it was exclusive to Sephora. For a while, I was like, oh, I'll just like pick it up off of any other website that sells this, because you know, 20% off discounts or 20% off sales are more common now, more than ever, I feel like, because it's so competitive. So I just had to wait because it was exclusive to Sephora, and I've used it 2 nights in a row. Now, I am someone where just, I don't have any kind of negative reactions to products, and I have used tons of retinol products and I've never found that I have any flaking or dryness. Now this obviously is probably much stronger than anything I've ever used before. So after a second night of use, I found that I had a little bit of like dryness down the center of my nose. Now, it could be because it is colder. We definitely went from like 50, 60 degree weather to like 40, 50 degree weather. So, but besides the dryness in the center of my nose, the rest of my skin looks beautiful. Like the first night I used it, obviously I didn't have any dryness and it just looked, wow. Like it was like, it really evened out my complexion. Also, I noticed that like the blackheads down the center of my, like just the blackheads that are on your nose were much, like they look closed, smaller. I guess that's a good term for it. So I'm very excited to continue trying this. I'm probably gonna go to every other night, and then maybe when it warms up again, which is, I'll be out of this bottle, I'm sure. But the thing with retinols is I feel like you use it for a couple months and then you just kind of lay off of it for a month. That's what I do, because I think the skin either gets used to it or something, because I see less of a result when I wake up in the mornings after a couple months of using like a certain retinol product. So, but I'm so in love with this. The next couple purchases were inspired by me. I had filmed those recommendation videos for you guys, right? And I was like, looking at them, I'm like, oh, yeah, I need to get that. So I had talked about the chlorine dry shampoo. So I grabbed their kind of 3-packs for travel because I'm going to go to Atlanta for Thanksgiving, and I'm going to, there's Generation Beauty in LA. And then probably going somewhere in December. So I'm like, I really like this. I've been really like, it kind of collapsed on me because it was in this plastic thing. Anyway, okay. So I got the baby bottle so I can travel with them. Basically, it's just a really great dry shampoo, and I find that it really gets in and absorbs oil, and I feel like for the whole day I feel like it doesn't weigh my hair down. Sometimes dry shampoos look really great when you put them in initially, and then after about half an hour you notice that like your oils like win the battle, and like your hair slowly starts to fall flat, or even worse, it falls flat and it starts to like get greasy looking, which is gross, right? So I really like this. This. I talked about the Lancer Volume Enhancing Serum, and it retails for $40, but for $45 you also get their polish, which is really good. Okay, so this is what they look like. This, I already have one open in my bathroom, and I absolutely love it. So this retails for $40, and I had done the math on the polish. They give you an ounce. An ounce retails for around $17 to $18, so you're getting a really good deal because for $5 extra you get it. And this is a very good exfoliant. I would say it's somewhere between medium to harsh depending on your skin. It's not a light exfoliant. So, and it's a physical exfoliant. I really like it. And it works great with this duo, obviously, because I feel like sometimes when people talk about lip treatments, and you have to consider the fact that you should probably be exfoliating your lips. Like I usually, you know, when you brush your teeth at night, I just exfoliate my lips and then I apply something like this. If you don't do that, I don't know that there's going to be any kind of treatment you could ever use that's going to be great for you, for your lips, because your lips probably renew, like the skin on your lips is renewed constantly. There's no natural oils in your lips. There's not like, you can't like hold oil in or hold moisture in your lips because there's none to hold. So all you can do is prevent it from getting really dry by having like a really nice barrier over it. Besides moisturizing, I also feel like it does a really good job of keeping your lips kind of plump. I don't think anything is full term unless you get your lips injected. So I feel like something like this is a really great product. Okay, so this is Drunk Elephant. It's a brand that's been getting so much hype lately. And of course, like I said, I'm not really prone to things like if I constantly see something, I'm not really prone to picking that up. If you watch these videos, you follow the channel for a while, if something's really big, I may or may not participate in it just because it's, I don't know, I don't want to get into it. Between like PR and I don't know, whatever. Drunk Elephant. I'm always down for skincare though. We've got the Day Glow and the Night Bright. You get these really cute little bottles of it. Their packaging is awesome. So for the day, you have the Be Hydrate Intensive Hydration Gel that will quench and illuminate. And then you have the C from a Day Serum. 15% L-ascorbic acid pumpkin ferment extract. Why did I say that so weird? For the night treatment, there's the Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil. And then you have the TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum. Ooh, I love glycolic acid, so I'm really excited. So I had talked about the Clinique Quick Swipe Cleansing Cloths, and I really like them. I said I've been using them like a micellar water. So when I was gonna go pick up another package, also when I had done the recommendations video, I didn't realize how inexpensive they were. You get 50 towelettes. I hate that, the word sounds gross. You get 50 towelettes for like $14. It's a ridiculous price. I mean, I know you can find cheaper ones. I've tried a lot of them, either from samples or just trying them out. I don't like them. They actually have their own micellar cleansing waters. This is the Take the Day Off micellar cleansing towelettes for face and eyes. So I find that I've used these for as long as I've had them, for like about a week. And I think I like the Quick Swipe cleansing cloths better over these micellar ones. Those cloths, A, are bigger. I feel like there's a lot more liquid in them. But these definitely cleanse your skin. Like as far as like face makeup goes and the way I would use any other micellar water, I do like them. I just feel like it's like, I don't know, it's like you want there to be like more liquid. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna keep testing them out. Maybe it's just like me getting used to them because I'm so used to those, and those towelettes are so huge. that I'm like, I can like just get all of it. I like go down my neck, I like a chest, you know, like just cleaning everything because the cloths are so big. But I do like these, but I'm just gonna have to kind of test them out for longer and see if what the big difference is between the two. I picked up 2 tools. This is the Surratt eyelash curler. It's matte black metal, really, really beautiful. I was really hoping I wouldn't like this. Surratt is a very expensive brand, or you know what it is, I feel like there's certain things that are really, really expensive, say like the brushes or a blush, but I find that maybe like their lip products and like their eyeshadows are around $20. I think they're exactly $20, so it's not like crazy expensive, but there are certain items that are really expensive. So this is 30 bucks and I was really hoping I wouldn't like it. I love it. It fits my eye, and I don't know what it is, it's like it grabs your eyelashes, all of them, and it gives a very gentle curl. I don't know how to explain, like you can apply more pressure, but like this is just made, there's a lot of thought that went into it, and it's really, really good. I was using the Shiseido before. I know depending on your eye shape, different eyelash curlers will work for you. Like I've tried the Shu Uemura, does not work for me. My mom and my sister, they have like a rounder, larger eye, and the Shu works for them. But I have a longer, flatter eye, and this, I love this. I love it so much, but I have to see if they include like an extra pad, because that's kind of important to me. But I guess once you love something, you make certain sacrifices, and you're like, oh, I guess I'll just keep using it. So good, so good. This is the Lancome number 27 eyebrow reshaper. That's one end, and you get a spoolie on the other. This I've also kind of been waiting for the sale to pick up, because I think it was it like, I can't remember how much it was. Not cheap for an eyebrow brush, let's put it that way. So the spoolie is okay. I feel like if you're paying this much for an eyebrow brush, I would prefer the spoolie be like way better. I had picked up a Chikuhodo one. That one is cut so beautifully. It brushes through your brows. It's just, I love it. And that was $12, and I know this was maybe double that. Where this brush shines is this end. You can see that it's a really weird, funky shape. The bristles here are very, very tough, but there's like, I've used this with eyebrow pencils and eyebrow powders. I haven't done anything with a pomade because I stay away from pomade. I'm scared. I have horrible eyebrow filling in skills. It's like the bane of my makeup existence, and so I don't go near that stuff because I will mess that up completely. This is awesome. This part almost acts just like a spoolie, and once you kind of, I use just like a regular eyebrow brush, like an angled eyebrow brush, to get powder in, and then I use this to kind of sweep it through, blend it out. I don't know how to describe this brush to you, except for the fact that if you get it and you start playing with it, you will find so many different ways of using it and using it with different products. This is definitely something that takes practice. It's not like you're gonna get this brush and you're gonna be like, wow, I can do my brows the first time. You're really gonna play with angles, you're gonna play with pressure, you're gonna play with product. But I really, really love it and would recommend it to you if you're someone that like wants to just, we're all always trying to perfect our brows. I picked up 2 concealers. I got the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Macadamia. This is the shade between custard and ginger, which for anyone who is warmer skin tone, those are the most popular shades. I really like this. It said it's a peach undertone, but I find that I was able to use it as foundation and it still looked really good. It also looks really good under the eyes, but it's not as brightening as custard. Okay, so I might be crazy, but I feel like this formula is smoother and creamier than before. So I mean, obviously all the new shades that were released, you know, in the last, I don't know, last couple months or something, I feel like this product is creamier, or maybe it's because it's like a brand new tube, but I've had brand new tubes before and I feel like, always thought it was perfectly fine and creamy and smooth, but I feel like this one is like even more so. And I know sometimes when it's warmer weather, a lot of your more liquid cream products feel better. No, it's not warm right now, so really interesting. The other concealer is from Lancome. It's the Maki Complete. I picked up Medium Bisque. I have had this in my kind of loves list for a really long time, and I've swatched it many times, but I've just never been like, let me go figure out my shade. So I actually figured out my shade, and I'm Medium Bisque for the under eyes. It's a very yellow concealer. Here's kind of what it looks like. I like this concealer. I might even say I love this concealer. It reminds me of a combination of the Giorgio Armani Maestro Eraser, which I really love, plus, but it's not as liquidy, and it kind of reminds me of the Sephora Bright Future formulas. It's kind of a gel, kind of a liquid. I really like it. I don't think, if you have really dry skin, I don't know if you would like this, or the texture might scare you a little, because I feel that it's more of a gel. It reminds me of the Tom Ford Traceless Perfecting Foundation, where when you apply it, it feels like it might pill up and ball up on you, but it never does. And this never does that either. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep this. Like, I really do like it, but I would reach for something over this. Also, for the price and the amount you get, I would just much rather prefer getting, I'm like looking at my vanity because I'm trying to figure out which ones. I would much rather get my Giorgio Armani Moisture Eraser, or obviously the Sephora Bright Future concealers are way cheaper. They're just like slightly less coverage on those, but I think that it's like, it's really good, but there's just other things, like based on price, based on coverage, based on the amount that you get, that just make this kind of like, you just won't reach for it, or you maybe won't repurchase it. I picked up a Lancome. God, there's so much Lancome in this haul. I must really be feeling them. It's the Glow Subtle Silky Cream Highlighter in Buff Lights. It's their lightest shade. I had it on today. This is what it looks like. Right here is a swatch. Do you see how subtle it is? It just like blends into my skin like perfectly. It's like if I had perfectly highlighted skin. So yes, it's $30. It obviously looks and feels very similar to the ColourPop eyeshadows, highlighters, all ColourPop face products. But I like this better. It is much smoother. It blends, you don't even need to blend out. Wherever you put it on, it's just gonna look really perfect. And I just like the way the highlight is less highlighty. It just looks like really beautiful skin. I've always been into highlighters like this. I just feel like I've become even more into like the really natural highlights. Like I really love the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Intensity 1. That kind of cream highlight in there is so beautiful. And this is also super gorgeous. I don't know if I probably will not pick up any other shades. This is the shade that is the most flattering on my skin tone, so super recommend. So I only picked up one lip product. You're like, oh my god, crazy, right? It's the Buxom Shimmer Shock lipstick in the shade Volatile, and this has been in and out of stock constantly. I would have picked it up earlier, even before the sale, because I think it's only like 18 or something, or 16 or 18. I feel like it's 18. Buxom has always been a more affordable brand at Sephora, but I feel like their prices have been going up. So this is what it looks like. It's just a twist up crayon. There's a swatch of it. Isn't it beautiful? Now, there's a lot of glitter in it. And I feel like a lot of people shy away from glitter in their products. I shy away from glitter in lip products, especially because it looks beautiful when it goes on. But when as it fades, you start getting just glitter and no color. And it looks stupid, and it just looks and feels not great either. So this has that for sure, but I feel like when it fades, there's not a lot of glitter on there, and it doesn't feel gritty. Like I don't feel like it's never gonna come off. So if you just like swipe it with like a, you know, a little bit of like lip balm or something, it'll come off and it doesn't look weird or gross. So like I said, I have it on the lips today. I have MAC Strip Down as a lip liner, and I put this on all over the lips, and I think it looks really, really pretty. I mean, obviously this is my kind of nude. It's kind of a peach, brown, nude. It catches the light really pretty, and I feel like as far as, ooh, sorry, I'm really DIY. I don't zoom in. I just bring the camera closer to my face. It is probably one of the best kind of like lip gloss in a stick products that I've tried. Like I really like it. This one I didn't swatch or anything. I just figured this would be the right shade for me, but I'm really wanting to go and swatch other colors because it's a very easy lip product to wear, and that's what I like. I don't like, the reason why I don't do like matte liquid lipsticks, I don't want to have to keep looking at my lips and checking, and I don't want to be able to like, I don't want to be talking to someone and then all of a sudden realize I have like a ring, or it's gross, or it's like some kind of flake has developed and is showing. Like I just don't like that. Lastly, the most like makeup-y thing I picked up was this duo of palettes from the Estee Edit. So crazy, beautiful, and pretty. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the amount of product you're getting. There is 24 grams in the eyeshadow palette and 22.5 grams in the face palette. That is a lot of product. $58 retail for both. That is crazy. Okay, first we're gonna talk about the eye palette. So pretty. Up here, these three, obviously you can do a more subtle eye, and then here you can bring in the smoke. You can do like a blue smoky, a green smoky, and then this black obviously you can use to do your neutral eye. I love these so much. I have this shade. I've been playing with this shade a lot, obviously, because it's like one of my favorite shades, but I've been using this as a highlight for the brow bone, which I'm surprised at because I don't like shimmery brow bone highlights. And then this black blends and creates depth really pretty. Same with this. Any of these you can use like a more dense, smaller brush, and the pigment is beautiful. Or you can take something fluffier and they still blend out into like a sheer color. I think what could scare people, especially if you don't swatch them and just see it online, this looks like such an intense, bold eye palette, but it actually can work a lot of different ways. You can do all levels of an eye look with this. This is Swerve. Really pretty peachy gold. This is Riff, which is what I put in the brow bone. This shade is like really pretty, kind of like it can look a little purple or a little red or a little burgundy. This is called Burn. This shade is called Wavy, this kind of like emerald peacocky green. This blue purple is called Trip. It is so beautiful. It's probably one of the most beautiful kind of blue purple duochromes I've seen. And I mean, we see a lot of duochromes. This one is really, really beautiful. And lastly is this black, and this one is called Mood. It is a little gritty when you swatch it, but when you apply it and use it to kind of deepen your crease or add depth to the lower lash line, or even when you do a full-on smoky eye, I kind of played with it one day. You know how like sometimes you play with makeup, like I'll come home and I'll be like, well, let me just take this day look and turn it into a night look, and you just play with products, and this black created a really beautiful smoky eye. This is the face palette. Love. I'm not sure which palette I like more, but I've noticed a lot of these I can also use as like a really beautiful eye. Like I've used these two for eyeshadow. I'm sure they can all be, and I used a lot of these for inner corner. This again looks like an incredibly like pigmented and dense product, like you'd be afraid to put it on your face, but they're so beautiful and subtle and can be built up. This shade right here is Snowlit. This is 24 karat gold. This one you barely see is called First Light and is like so beautiful, at least on my skin tone. And then this one is called Gleam, which is like a kind of cooler tone version of this. This is Ray, which is a little more shimmery, and this one is Beachy, which pretty much I feel like goes almost satin matte. My issue with the face palette, which is, if it's a face palette, there isn't really a bronzer in there. You could say that Beach is a bronzer because it's like more matte than the other shades, but it's still more of like a blush shade to me. I feel like you still need to bring in a more actual brown toned bronzer in order for that to be called a complete face kit or face palette, because you have really beautiful highlighters in there and blush, kind of blush toppers, and maybe a blush if you look at Beach as a blush, but I really wish they would have thrown in like an actual bronzer. Okay, usually I don't really talk about my samples, but I just wanted to this time because they're really good. I have the Terry Mugler Angel Muse, and it's a roller ball. Like, this was like a really good like sample. If you've never smelled this before, it smells like nuts. Okay, like it smells like winter. It smells like Christmas. I don't know how it smells like almost chestnuts, and then this one is a very, I guess, like, what is the word? Not complicated, but like complex fragrance. When you first spray it, it smells very creamy and sweet and slightly musky, but as it like warms up to your skin and as you wear it for a few hours, it keeps smelling a little different. Still bougie and expensive smelling, but like the sweetness is sophisticated and really, really warm. So excited for this. I probably would never buy the full size of this. This is something that I would just enjoy for like seasonally, I guess. Like I wouldn't want to smell like this all the time. And then this is from the Clean Reserve line. This is called Blonde Rose. I in general love rose scents, and I had picked up a, what do you call it, like a rollerball, look, a spray of the Tom Ford Cafe Rose, and that is a very, very intense, deep, musky, rich rose scent, whereas this is like the complete opposite. It's super light and it smells so good. Like, I like a lot of the clean scents. This smells, it has more of a powdery rose scent, but I still really like it. Like, if they did like a baby line with that was rose scented, it would smell like this, I feel. But it doesn't smell like cute by any means. I don't know, it just, oh, it smells really good. These are the Chlorine Contour Eye Patches. I didn't even know that Chlorine did these, so I'm really excited. Like, these were like a sample. Pretty excited. I don't think any of the samples I actually picked out I ended up receiving. They must have run out, and my order took a really long time to get to me. I made 3 orders, and I feel like they definitely took a long, like the first order I made wasn't even shipped to me, and I had already received like orders 2 and 3. So I feel like I didn't get a lot of what I had requested as my samples. So that is my Sephora VIB haul for you guys for 2016. Do you know how like usually they do in December, they do like a 25 off $50 like gift card type thing? I wonder if they'll do that this year. I'm like, what do I get? Because I felt like there really wasn't that much I really wanted. It was a matter of kind of trying out a lot of new things or picking up things I've been wanting to pick up for a while. I didn't really pick up any limited edition sets, no like kits of like 5 products or anything. Well, I guess I picked up the Estee Edit palette. I hope that's not limited edition because it's a really good set, and the amount of product you're getting. I think Estee Edit is a brand that we need to pay attention to. We really need to like watch this brand. I've tried so much stuff from them, between getting a little bit of PR from them and then getting some stuff in the swag bag from Generation Beauty and then just items I picked up on my own. I really like this brand. The amount of product you're getting. Also, you got Estee Lauder, which owns half of the beauty industry anyway. You just have a really it was like, this brand, if it were to fail, would be ridiculous. And it's like a more modern, younger, hipper version or diffusion line from Estee Lauder, which I really hope does well because I really like what the products they're putting out. It's very stressful to get that out just now. You know, I haven't had any food yet and all I've had is coffee, so I need to end this video. Let me know what you guys picked up, because I'm sure at this point a lot of you guys are either in the process of picking stuff up or you're getting your orders and you're trying stuff out. So I really want to know what you guys like. Have we picked up any of the same products? If you guys picked up anything that I had recommended, totally let me know. You know, after doing YouTube videos for so long, it never gets old. The one thing I will always love is when you guys tell me you picked up a product that I recommend and you're like, oh my god, I love it. Like, that you would think that like over time a lot of aspects of doing anything would become typical or like you're used to it. No, never. I never lose like that like little bit of joy when someone's like, oh, I picked this up because you recommended it and I love it. I'm like, really? Like, it's like always still like not baffling maybe, but like still just like, oh really, like wow.